I'm Alicia from Homemade Homestead. This past summer, we have had about a dozen or so mammoth sunflowers growing in our backyard or in our garden over at my parents' property. The bees have absolutely loved them, and so have we. It brought us such joy to see these gigantic flowers growing, and they're just so beautiful. So now that it is fall and the sunflowers are no longer growing and they're starting to decay, now is the time to harvest the seeds and turn them into a snack. And sunflower nuts have a lot of protein, they're really healthy and a budget-friendly snack. And they're excellent on the go too. You can just pop them into a little container and take them, to the park or in the car or to work. So one sunflower head turns into about a jar's worth of sunflower seeds, depending on how big that head is. So today I am going to harvest the sunflowers, roast them, and salt them. So if that interests you, then stick around and I will show you how to harvest, roast, and salt sunflower seeds and turn them into a great on-the-go snack. One of the trickiest things about growing sunflowers is knowing when to harvest the seeds. I have found that when the sunflower head begins to droop, you know the seeds inside are maturing. As they finish maturing, the petals will dry and fall off. The stalk will start to fade and turn a dull green with tints of brown. This is the prime time to harvest those sunflower heads. Here in Ohio, where I live, the heads are typically ready to be picked in September or sometimes early October. To remove the head from the stalk, grab a pair of gardening clippers and lop off the head from the top of the stalk. If the head is dry, you can immediately begin removing the seeds from the head. If the back of the sunflower is damp, just place it in a well-ventilated area in your home or garage for a few days to allow the moisture to dry up. Once the head is dry, you can remove the zillions of dried flower heads that sit on top of the seeds. Next, just remove the seeds by brushing your hands across the top to loosen the seeds out of the head. Bending the head like you're popping ice cubes out of a tray is also a great way to push the seeds out. Now it's time to roast the seeds. Start with seeds from one sunflower head. You'll also need about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of salt per head, depending on how large that head is. First, place your sunflower head in a large bowl. Sprinkle the salt over the seeds, and then cover with water and soak overnight. The seeds will float to the top, so occasionally give them a light stir to make sure that every seed is thoroughly soaked in the salt water. Preheat your oven to 300 degrees. Line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper. Using a colander, drain the water from the seeds. Remove any excess moisture or water by patting them with a kitchen towel.
Place the seeds in a single layer on the baking sheet. If there isn't enough room for all the seeds, just grab another sheet. Roast the seeds for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. They will be ready to eat when the shells begin to barely turn a light brown color and the seeds inside are a golden brown. Cracking a shell open and doing a taste test is the best way to know if the seeds are finished roasting. Allow the seeds to cool to room temperature, then store them in an airtight container, such as a mason jar.
Well, that's all there is to it with a super simple snack. Well, guys, until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful week. See ya.